coming up on the rip. Now, what I look for in any of these rips, particularly middle ground, is if you look, it's not a perfect straight line. This rip makes all kinds of little dips and gullies. And so I like trolling up and around. I find a nice little cut in the rip. And what happens is the bass stage in the corners. So I'm gonna come up, I'm gonna troll up right along the edge of the rip. I'm gonna be jigging while trolling my soft bait. And if they're here, it doesn't take long to hook up. Ooh, that was a hit. There we go. Just like that. This rip is just loaded with fish right now. Classic springtime Cape Cod spot, middle ground. I lost my soft bait on that one. I'm gonna take a sec to re-rig. This little guy go. Now to rig this on a swim bait hook, I have the 10-inch Hogan Original, the pink color. It's my favorite, all-time favorite squid color. This and amber, and it's maybe a toss-up. What I'm gonna do is just twist the nose of this soft bait onto the keeper. Goes nice and snug with the eyelet. I'm gonna line it up so the hook sits nice and pretty in the bait. I'm gonna bring it through. You'll see this hook is now pointing out the back of the lure. And all I'm gonna do, it's super easy, I'm just gonna bury the hook point back in the bait, just like this. Now this is gonna make this soft bait semi-weedless. Now middle ground is notoriously weedy. In fact, it is this morning, but it's loaded with striped bass, keyed in on squid that are in the rip. So I'm fishing lead core line. As I mentioned before, this rip is very shallow. I'm gonna let out about 4, maybe 5 colors. You don't need much here, it's very shallow. I use a series of short jigging motions. And this motion, paired with the weedless style rigging that I showed you, will definitely put you in a position to troll middle ground, or any rip that, for that matter, that's very weedy. It's also an excellent technique for trolling in an area where there's very shallow sandbars or any rips or anything. It lets you get down against the current and still stay in that strike zone in, you know, as little as 4 or 5 feet of water. Pretty much have non-stop action all morning. Now these are classic springtime conditions here at middle ground, where there's lots of squid in the rip, bass chasing them around. Today, the fish, the bass, well, aren't the biggest bass in the world, but they're very aggressive and there's hot and heavy action. But the beauty of middle ground is you could be catching lots of little fish. The next thing you know, you got a 40-pounder on.